And I'm glad to see you all here. Like the previous speakers have said, I have had the honor of working with these four men for some time to deliver these stories. And I'm hoping, like me, you'll have an open mind into this idea of thinking that sometimes things as simple as playing a game can have connections to life in the decisions that we make, in the decisions that you choose to play. The game of dominoes is a favorite of mine. How many of you have heard or played dominoes? It's fascinating because you're at a table and there are people around and it's a community and you're building something. And the scorekeeper, he keeps the score and builds houses. But one house doesn't make a community. To win dominoes, you have to have houses. In the play of the conversation, you share certain things. Sometimes it's strategy, sometimes it's release, sometimes it is valuable things that you know the player next to you needs to hear. So now I'm going to, like you, listen to the game as these brothers share life through the game. Thank you so much. All right. Some of you can play this game here. I got you guys. Go a little easier on me. Alright, I don't play that much. Seven, right? Yeah. Who got high six? Oh, that's on me. There you go. That's high six right there. So where you from?
We're down Mexican Kansas. Area where they call it Badlands. I was raised up there. There's a lot of good people over there. You look good. I like that area. It's just that, you know, a lot of college. There's a lot of good people.
What's your name is? What's your name?
David Donato.
David. All right, nice to meet you, David.
Nice to meet you, David. My name is Gabriel. I'm down the bottom, Mantua, West Philly. It's now fast becomes a university city. They're switching it up. But I'm glad I was out. So I like it. Gift and a curse.
I would say I'm from parts of North. I'm pretty big. I grew up in Art, Kensington, Indiana, Susquehanna, different parts. So got different roots.
From everywhere, right? I'm from North Philadelphia, 31st in York, you know, where my family grew up. You know, and what I can remember is, I still know the address, 1633 North 15th Street, living with my 11 brothers and sisters, you know, 5-bedroom apartment. All I remember is going to church every day, you know, raised every day. I say every day. Raised with my, my grandmother, set the foundation. And but one of the things that I can also remember is, everyone lining up, getting abused by whatever circumstances there was to find, at that particular time,
I was always told that I would understand, but I never understood. Never understood. I mean, it was like, what time is it? Oh, it's whooping time. You know, and it was like, then it was like the usual, you know. So, I mean, I sort of kind of got used to it, kind of expected it, but it wasn't normal.
Yeah, I can relate, because, you know, I come from a family of 9. I got 4 in front and 4 back of me. But, you know, I make bad choices as well. Like, family, mother and father, they're good people. Father worked all his life. You know, I made bad choices. You know, I was abused as well. But, you know, that's the way he was raised. So he felt that this is how I raise my kids. It might not have been the right way, but this is how they choose. You know, they learn. And, you know, I made bad choices in my life. You know, I was incarcerated for a number of decades. Spent 37 years in prison. Just recently got out, 14 months ago. And I'm trying to make a difference. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't grow up with a big family. It's either you. Like, I have 2 half sisters, but my older sister never lived with us. And my mom's family is in New York. My father's family is all the way in Ghana. And I didn't really, we weren't too connected to them, you know, across the ocean or up 95. So, wasn't too tight with my family. But what we did, I reconnected with my grandmother when I was around 11. You know, she was already kind of like suffering from like dementia and Alzheimer's. She was already like dependent on alcohol. You know, she was like a heavy drinker, and you know, it was painful to see because I know she was you know, just a really strong woman. Like back then, like she used to run Kings County Hospital, but you know, I only really knew her like as an older woman, like, and just seeing what the alcohol had done to her.
You're sharing that kind of resonates with me a little bit how my family, well, they say, I had both my parents. My dad's from Cuba, my mom's from Puerto Rico. And then when it was dumb, I didn't know what to do with my mom. I didn't know that like she had, now I know mental health, but I didn't know that why like she had breakdowns. And a lot of, and it explains a lot of the violence and inner house violence that I witnessed and stuff like that. My family had, going back to what you guys were saying, six brothers and 2 sisters. They're all at different stages. The majority of them was in the game, so that's all I seen growing up. So in a sense, I didn't have no hope, but I did have one thing. I wanted to go to NFL. That was always my goal. Actually go to NFL. Everybody, my friends, they blew and everything like that, but I always wanted to go.
Okay.
When they blue, the game color.
No, they smooth.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It seems like we got a lot of common, you know, mental health ran through my family also, very severely. You know, I think I remember when my sister fell down the steps for the first time, and then my aunt and my mom threw everybody out the house because they tried to pray the spirit out, you know, and I can believe that, you know, one day that when I crossed the line, you know, I was smoking crack for the very first time. My nerves came true, you know, after seeing it around my family, my nerves came true, and, you know, I was all disordered that next morning and had to be at work, so I called out like 7:30, and the administrator at that particular time was like, you can't call out. I'm like, what you mean? I can't call out. They was like, well, it's after hours, it's after 7. So I verbally, you know, cursed out and, you know, tell her where to go and what to do with it, and you know, so that was, they told me to go get a psych evaluation, and I was like, well, do I still got my job? You know, and they was like, well, you get the psych evaluation, and it took me almost 2 weeks to go do that. Then I'm like, okay, I was hesitant to do so, but I got the evaluation, and I found out that you know, I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and I'm like, I really didn't pay too much attention to the diagnosis. I'm like, okay, just with a paper, I'll do what I need to do to keep my job, but it didn't last too long, you know. I think I got fired that next week, you know, based on that, because some things spiraled out, you know, things was happening, you know, conjured up, and I just said, okay, well, I can get another one. Didn't work out too well for me though.
Yeah, you never know where your life is gonna go. You know, I didn't have no experience with mental health, but I had plenty experience with addiction. I started getting high when I was the age of 12 years old. By the time I was 14, I was an IV drug user. And it was sad, you know. It was sad, but what happened was, at the age of 17, I had a habit of getting in trouble constantly. Went out to get high one day, woke up the next morning, and they told me somebody got robbed and killed. And you know, I experienced all this when I was a kid. You know, I went to the penitentiary. But I'm saying, you know, when you do things when you're a kid, you know, changes you can't change. You know, we're people of color, we're not bad people. We're just people who make bad choices.
Yeah, my life kind of took a turn to the left when I was, you know, I didn't know I was diagnosed with, I didn't know I had a mental illness, you know, until I was diagnosed and had my first manic episode. It was something that, it was a real shock, you know, they talk about mental illness and take care of yourself wasn't really talked about, you know. It was, my first experience was kind of going through it, and you know, I went almost from my job. I was working for the city. Like I went to the hospital for the first time, like from work, you know, and eventually I had to be 302 back then, and it was tough to come to terms with the fact that you had this challenge, you had this mental illness to kind of deal with. You had to take medicine now. The side effects didn't agree with me. You know, I had to check in at the city doctor, and like it was like a culture. I used to work as a building inspector, and it was, you know, a lot of guys that were in the union. It was like a culture of like toughness, and you know what I mean, you had to be like you know, I couldn't really tell like, oh, you know, I have to go to the doctor, and my supervisor knew, and kind of, you know, and but you know, things kind of really went bad when, you know, just like you, I made a call to the sick line. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm sick, I got a problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, I said some things that, you know, some threats maybe to that supervisor, and yeah, I lost that job, but it was a cushy job too. Let me tell you, city job, those benefits, man. That was the one good thing. I did get the nice benefits, but.
What broke down for me was more of I'm going with what Sean was saying, like the nevers as to be. Remember, I was in a fellow with my friends. They smoked and everything. I didn't bum, I didn't do nothing. And I remember around that time, you know, as a young kid, you got to fight for yourself. Only poppy in the midst of like, you know, African American stuff like that, but like I always had to defend myself, basically, especially if I was Hispanic. And neighborhood I grew up in. So like, at one point, where I eventually grew into, I had to be tough. I had to hold some type of aggression. And that became something that became part of me. I had to be a fighter. I had to be always angry. Went to one of the smartest schools in the city, and I kicked out because I was trying to be somebody I wasn't. But it's crazy because you said never. It's like I never thought me. I never thought I would be getting high. I never thought. So when I started getting high, that 8th grade year of my life, things spiraled down. And that's who I'm. And I think that's where my hope broke down because I never had no hope outside of that. I know I had no hope outside of football. So I didn't have no expectation for myself but to be good in football. But then I had a different expectation. And that's a lie. But I had a different expectation. Like my expectation was to be respected, to be valued, to represent something major in my life. So that's kind of made me cross the line. When I realized that, my life is going a different direction, and now I can represent something different. Even though I was in a bad position.
I'm talking about all these losses, man. I got tired of losing everything.
Oh, lose game too.
You think so? Okay. Names, a lot of words. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, but you know, I got tired of losing everything. Lost me, my self-respect. You know, I lost faith in my God. Most of all, you know, who I thought I was. I thought I was a man of God. You know, all that went under. Lost my kids to the system. You know, and that hit me. You know, that kept me. I lost my life to drugs for 10 years. You know, and I couldn't find my way back. I could not find my way back. I mean, I would get back, get my too clean, you know, here and there, you know, but I just couldn't shake it. I could not shake it. I prayed one day and I said, you know, I said, God, I said, help me. You know, give me a second chance. Give me third, fourth, fifth chance. The second was out the way. You know what I mean? I had done the second thing. And, you know, I was on the corner, street corner. And I had my head down, and all I heard, a whisper, there go your wife, Sean. And I looked my head up, put my head up, and she was walking across the street. You know them eyes, right? Them eyes wasn't playing around. I knew that she was serious. She said, well, what you gonna do? You know, and I remember that prayer. I was like, you know, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. That second chance was there. You know, that third chance was there. So she said, what you gonna do? So what I did was, you know, I put pride away. I said, I'm gonna go recovery. You know, she said, well, how you gonna get there? And I said, well, I'm gonna walk. She said, you gonna walk all the way from Germantown all the way to Center City? I said, yeah. She said, boy, get out of here. So she said, come on, let's go. So I went to the community behavior health, you know, the insurance company. And they asked me, you know, once I got there, they're like, well, what you want to do? I said, I want to start all over. They're like, what you mean? You know, I said, I want to go to recovery. You know, I said, I'm tired of going to IOP, and it's not working for me. You know, I say I'm going to do something and don't do it. So, I got into, you know, I was suggested to go to Gardenzia for some services, so for treatment. So, you know, my body went, you know, but my mind wasn't there. But after a while, after receiving some services, like, you know, I found out that, you know, I got my weight up, you know, I made promises, and, you know, I found out that I was a nerd, you know what I mean? Found out I was a nerd. I love doing work. You know, I also found out that I had control issues, you know? Now, those control issues led me to be a leader, you know what I mean? So, but I had to learn how to do things over, so that means I had to go all the way back and learn how to follow first and follow directions. So, but that got me to doing things right and to lead and guide and learn how to take some directions. But from there, you know, I made my promises. I made some promises and I'm keeping them. I'm keeping them today. You know, I do thank God for my you know for the upbringing because I found my foundation back. You know, I found my foundation, which was you know, my faith. You know, the things that I wanted to do with children. You know, got them back. But you know, I was tired of the losses. I was tired of the losses. And how about that? I like that. Right there. I like that. You like that? Yeah.
You know, talk about faith, hope. You know, you say God never gives you too much. He knows exactly where you can stand. I used to say, shit, he gave me too much. He gave me a couple people problems. No problems I had, you know. But, you know, that's when you find out, you have to sometimes dig deep, you find out how strong you are. You know, you get diversity and obstacles in your life you must overcome. You know, like all of us have overcome different obstacles. And I'll tell you, you know, I used to pray with my face on the floor, just say, help me. You won't help me, this is where I am. But you know, and I said like this, I didn't know if I was ever going to get out. But even though if I did, I still wanted to change. I still wanted to know I was a better man when I went in. I was a kid when I went in. You know, and I remember when I got my recovery. Man, it felt good, you know, and I said, shit, I knew it felt this good. I would have did this a long time ago. You know, I was like, wow, this is something else. But, you know, my recovery allowed me to do other things. It helped me, you know, it really did. It helped me do other things, get my education, things, you know, and I was sitting there helping guys. And I always, like you, I make promises too. I said, if you help me get out, I said I will continue to help you. I will. And I am doing it. Drug and alcohol therapist. I constantly help people, give people advice. I want to see changes in them. And it can be good, you know. You can't really lose faith or hope. You never know where's your life going to go.
Yeah, we try to have somebody like you or that do a lot, kind of give me some advice on things that I make some big mistakes. When I was manic, there's one manic episode that really like let me know I had to take better care of myself. This was back in 2014, early 2014. I think it was when all the shootings of the black men was really starting to really come back into the forefront, and I was already like a little off, and then I saw the video of Zimmerman at the gun show. He was like trying to sign autographs and that really, you know, I was already a little close to the edge. That pushed me right over. I said like, yo, I'm ready to do something to change everything, the way things work, and you know, this is like 5 in the morning, 4:35 in the morning. I drive down to Chinatown, 6th District Police Station, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, I just need to have a conversation. You know, when you're on one, you kind of feel invisible. With the mania, you know, a conversation can take many forms. And so, you know, I thought, like, how am I going to get into this encounter and be okay? Because I know a lot of police interactions, the black guy ends up dead. So, like, what have I learned to kind of get me through this? So, I was like, you know, there's always, first of all, I said, let me keep my glasses on because maybe they won't shoot a nerd. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, don't hit the guy with glasses. So I kept them on, you know what I mean? I was like, maybe I'll look cooler without them, but I said, no, I want to make out. And then I thought about all these narratives of, you know, these men being shot because they went for their pockets or they had something in their pants or, so first, you know, I took my wallet out, took my keys out, you know, left them in my car. Then I said, well, you know, pants seem to be the thread. I took my pants off. You know, I was like, I'm gonna make sure I get out of this. So I'm stripped down in my boxers and my shoes. I said, I know where I'm ending up. I'm either gonna end up in jail or the hospital. Took the laces out. You know, that's protocol. They're gonna take them anyway. I said, so there I am in the car. I happen to have a hammer in the back seat because I'm on a tool boarder. And so yeah, I start breaking windows at the police station. I break the front glass of the station. Make eye contact with somebody inside. They don't come out. And then I start smashing cop cars. I start smashing windows, maybe like 14 of them. It was 14 of them. And then I go until like I run out, and then you know, a cop comes around and you know, says drop the weapon. You know, I toss it, and he says get down on the ground. And then like the state I was in, I noticed I was facing like kind of east towards Mecca, and I was like, you know what, it's a great opportunity to pray. So I hit like a prostration, and I don't know, like, you know, it was by the grace of God that like everything nothing escalated, you know, and the cops had a right to be upset. You know what I mean? You know, one cop came up to me, he was like, oh, you know, I should take this hammer and smash your car. And I was like, officer, that would be the wrong thing to do. I was like, that would be vigilante justice, and you don't think that you're, and yeah, and you know, I have, you know, I got out of the situation. They didn't brutal. I didn't get mace tased, and but if you live through something like that, you can't, you can't take any chances like that again. So I kind of been on the straight and narrow since then.
One thing that, thank you, Sharon. I think I went in my own spiral when I started taking on like, I guess it's like problems, like hearing the word problems, just hearing like I was fighting for everybody else. And I was trying to prove myself. I was not how to prove myself, but how to fight for other people. Representing the squad, you know, during the game, that was my expectation. That's what I had faith. If I represented well, then I'm gonna be somebody. And they know that I wasn't somebody. Now I know I wasn't. I was one, but I was somebody. And I now think about it. In all reality, I didn't know who it was. I didn't know who it was, you know. I think that's what led me to rock bottom, for real. What led me to rock bottom was like after like getting shot from one of my friends in the middle of a fight. I realized when everything started breaking down in that same month, I got my mom's house raided, I got my eyes split, like everything was crashing down. And that same month too, I remember that's when I realized I was addicted, but I didn't know the word addicted. I didn't know what the word addiction was. Barbara, like, you can't go one day without getting high. And this is like crazy. At this same month of 2011 is when I realized that my life was like, you know, I was unhappy. I didn't, like what you said, like recovery for good. Like, I can't, like, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that there was other feelings than just waking up and you gotta wake and bake all the time. Like stuff like that, like that mindset. So like, it took a lot of courage for me to like actually cross the line. But that's when I rock bottom at. When I noticed everything was crashing.
Wake and bake. Wow. That's something I couldn't do anymore. You know, I just think that my promises that I made to myself, you know, made to God of my understanding, my family member that I kept. Yeah, I can remember again being in some legal trouble. You know, as a healthcare provider, I was gonna have my, you know, my everything I have done. You know, gonna go under me. You know, I wasn't gonna have it anymore. you know, but someone told me about certified peer specialists, that the Department of Behavioral Health was, you know, they had a program initiative, and I'm like, well, what is it? And they was like, well, you know, the person who helps individuals with mental health diagnoses and drug abuse. I said, that's me. You know, I said, I could do that. I said, it's something like nursing, because, you know, nursing, you know, they help individuals who are sick. You know, they say, well, like, yeah, in that form, you know, I said, they say damn recovery. I said, well, individuals come in the hospital, damn recovery also. I said, well, you know, maybe I'll, you know, I'll check it out. So, you know, after my program that I graduated, after so many months, I believe it was like 65, 67, can't count. I started doing some trainings over at the Department of Behavioral Health. And after the trainings, you know, I said, well, I wanted to become a certified peer specialist. Well, they interviewed me, I think they did twice. You know, I didn't get it the first time, but the second time, you know, I got it, and I went through classes, and I became a certified peer specialist. So some of the, you know, the coordinators and was watching me. You know, they was like, Sean, you know, you're doing such a great job. You know, we want you to become a storyteller. I'm like, wow, you know, yeah, I'll become a storyteller. You know, they say, well, what you have to do is take a recovery to the street first. So I said, well, what you mean? You know, they say, we want you to tell your story out in you know, in the community. So I'm like, you know, I never told my story in the community. And so went to one of the places that I graduated from, Dunedin, and I told my story. So, you know, some of the guys there, you know, they was all eyes on me, you know, and I'm like, okay, I got their full attention. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to do here? You know, I told my story, and I found my niche. And doing that, you know, at the same time, like my legal troubles started falling by the wayside, and, you know, I mean, it went away, and I'm like, okay, wow, you know, I said things are looking up for me. So I started facilitating again with the Department of Behavioral Health, you know, as a cohort for storytelling training. And then, you know, things started looking up for me through the department. And I started, you know, as receiving access to, you know, services through the department also just gave me a chance to really build not only just the career that I have now, but also to give back to the community, you know, in a way that I had never thought about giving back. And so I found that I love serving people. I have already had love serving people doing nursing, but now I can see both sides. I can see nursing, I can see mental health, I can see substance use, and, you know, with that, you know, after the cohort, you know, they say, well, Sean, you can use this for your benefit. You know, you can use it for monetary use. I said, well, what you mean? They say, well, you know, you can make your own business. Own business, yes. So that's right down the alley, you know, what I wanted to do. And that's like my dreams came true. You know, I started the business Your Storytellers. And myself and 4 other individuals who also came through the department, and, you know, they molded us. They molded us and taught us how to really utilize storytelling in the community. Not only in the community, but in the faith-based community and recreation centers. So, you know, we are on basically now on our ending of our second contract with the city. You know, I thank God for it, because if I did not choose recovery, believe me, I'll be 6 feet under. 6 feet underground, I guarantee you that. And with that, you know, I just wanted to say that, you know, I even got married. I tell jokes about it again, you know, I even got married because who would have thought through the whole process I'd get married. Not only that, I got my kids back, you know. I mean, what else could I ever ask for, you know, that the faith and the hope that recovery brings, you know what I mean, that I could give to someone else free, because I got it for free. I got it for free, so I'll give it right back to them for free. And not only that, you know, through doing and servicing the community, you know, I get to address a lot of things that I wanted to address, you know, such as homelessness, you know, such as, you know, other things, you know, that for individuals who are in recovery, So, you know, I just played. It was awesome. It's awesome. And I continue to service the people in every community. And that's a double right there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's good. Your life sounds good. And you know, and you're reaping the benefits of your code. Because that's what happens, you know. A lot of guys, like what Jose was saying earlier about, you know, about being in the neighborhood and what to be, you know, we all come from the inner cities and of color. We're proud. Sometimes our ego gets in the way. And first thing we want to do, we want to prove something. Not so much to ourselves, to others. We want people to see us in a perspective. We don't want them to think that we're all he's a cow, he doesn't fit in, we want to fit in, we want to be from the corner. You know, we'll go and get high, we'll do this, we'll do that. You know? And like you were saying about your life changing, you know, my change. And my recovery did everything for me. I didn't get my GED till I was 35 years old. Then I walked around with it in my hand like a rooster. Chest stuck out, you know, it's the first thing I ever accomplished. I was 35 years old. You know, but it was only the beginning of my accomplishments. You know, I went on to college, got a master's degree, you know, and they're the benefits of my recovery. You know, without the recovery, I wouldn't have got nothing. But I understand, you know, it's not all, sometimes life isn't all peaches and cream. You know, we have to deal with our circumstances. And I've dealt with mine, you know, and I still enjoy helping. And I tell the younger ones now, I said, look, don't, you know, be your own self. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody else. Don't start getting high because he wants you to. You know, do things right, make good choices. Because in the areas where we come at, you know, people say they're drug infested, but they're not so much drug infested, you know, there's a lot of drugs out there, but there are a lot of good people coming from areas. You know, and you know, and like my rock bottom was, I remember when my mother passed away, and I tried to go to a funeral. He said, nah, he said, you can't go because you're serving your life without parole sentence. So I said, dang, I couldn't even go and say goodbye, you know. And then they happened again with my father. Same thing. But I knew that if I was in there long enough, eventually, I knew that, because I seen him growing old. You know, I was growing old. And it's sad because to this very day, I got a brother up there serving life without parole. My brother's been there 38 years now. And we're not bad people. It's just that, you know, sometimes people use the words products of our environment. Now, I don't agree with that. Because the environment ain't, it's just that when you make bad choices in life, you have this pride, this ego. You know, when you get a hold to it, like you say now, before you see yourself as a flunky, but not now. Now you're your own man. This is what you developed into. You got certain things that come in life. Like that.
Yeah, props to you for getting your bachelor's and then your master's in physical life. You got nerd street cred now. That's for real. Yeah, you might be a nerd too.
Yeah.
You know, we may have to play Magic. We may have to play Magic the Gathering next
But
time.
it's alright. It's alright. I don't mind.
But yes, you know, it's inspiring that you did so much with that second chance you had. Now before you knew you would get out, and now you're out, really living out out that hope that you had probably when you told us. Me, you know, what keeps me going is just what you said about ego. You know, what kind of took me to that police station was the sense that, you know, I'm invincible. I can do something to change the world all by myself, or, you know, do something spectacular that would make things happen. But, you know, knowing that if you really want to make a change, you do need other people to work with, collaborate, support you, support them. You know, building a community is how things really get done. And even, you know, personally, being able to reach out to, you know, I see a therapist every week now. Make sure I'm on my medication, you know, really knowing my body more, and, you know, glad I'm even more mature now, like mentally and physically, just being older, to just know myself better, and even hopefully I'll be in a position if I'm ever close to politics again, to just go out and like ask for help, make sure to like tell my therapist things are really bothering me, so they don't bottle up and come out in an unhealthy way.
After I had experience when I got shot, and he came to my life and helped me share my emotions. I followed up on my emotions. At the time when I got shot, my dad was locked up, so like, I woke when my mom was locked up, my dad was locked up. So that's how I always went at certain parts of my growing up, like around 11 to like 14. But that's the time where I started getting high and I started some drugs and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say is basically like I learned, like you said, with that ego to the side, that pride to the side, I could share my emotions, and what really sparked my recovery, man, it really took me like to really open my eyes, is encounter with God. I was enlightened to the fact that my life was, I was living a futile life, like worthless. I lived for other people, and I really was shocked at the fact that he knew the day before it even happened. I knew that, like, wow, like, he knew I was shot, he knew I was gonna die. Out of all my friends that lived that fight, but when he got shot, later he was talking to me, and I still chose to sell drugs. And he told me I was gonna get locked up, and I still went out there. He had the caseworker, everybody, and I was the only one that got locked up. And it just like it's coincidence started happening. Like, wow. And this lady was preaching me to me about God the other day, and I'm like, I ain't trying to hear you. But all this happened for God to show me like, what are you gonna do now? And for me, it was like I had nothing else better to live for. I had nothing else better to live for. From there, that's when my calling started. My calling started when I started working with youth and Hidden Her People program that I was working with, and I started noticing they were listening to me. When they started listening to me, and they had similar experiences to me, sometimes, in some cases, a little more severe situations and stories, but they still looked up to me and they were like, wow, I have something to offer. And then when I got the chance to share my story, people listened to it and they responded, and they were, wow, I have something to offer. And then I coached in community leagues, like for Pop Warner, like the Ravens, Juniata, Blackhawks. And I coached them because I love football still. I always loved football. And I realized, wow, you could get paid for doing something you love to do, helping people. And that's what I love to do now. I love to give. I love people. Before, I wouldn't say that. Before, it was more like who would stare at each other the longest. It was the person turn their head first. Is the B, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like that was my mindset before, but it's so about people today. I live to spark hope in people. I live to set people ablaze and let them find the trail and go run. I do different things today and inspire to lead with other young people like they themselves, change lives. That's what I'm looking for.
Are you trying to say that we ain't young?
Only looking
The generation. It wasn't for the generation.
Yes, sir.
People that individuals that older than us, people that know the way. So like I could give you more than a handful of people that gave me a platform to share my story, different platforms, from a professional platform to a community-based platform, and it really just sparked my recovery and it allowed me to grow. So that's who I am today. Sparker.
Doesn't it feel good when you get that, you know, you turn the light on and their plant is growing after you don't plant it to seed, and, I see that a lot when when we're doing storytelling training, I got one story. We were doing storytelling training, a training, and there was a lot of bilingual, attendees there, and they couldn't understand English. I mean, they couldn't understand, they couldn't understand English. And it was like, well, you don't have any bilingual trainers? And, I only know one word, you know what I mean? Kumasta, and that was it. So I'm like, I said, we're coming through a problem right here, And I was like, we need to do a bilingual training, and, so we had developed a bilingual training, and, Lord and behold, that, we're actually doing a storytelling training in Spanish Latino for the Latino community, and I think how, I think, the support that I received, again, from the Department of Behavioral Health and other community members on, and to actually mold and say, hey, look, you're doing a great job, but then now we got to do it here in this neighborhood. Well, Lord behold, we're now doing the training in these communities where it's necessary, to do it in a different culture, to the different culture, and understand the diversity between individuals who speak only English or individuals who only speak Spanish, you know what I mean? Because they view, view life in a different way. And I think, for those stories, that we have, giving them a voice, because that's important. Giving them a voice to let them know that recovery is possible. Recovery is possible, and we share we pave the road to, resources and services, and, here you go. But I thank you, I appreciate your comment too.
What you were saying on stage, right, I believe that all of us have a purpose in life. And getting high was not one of them. But, when you're young, you go out there, you start up on the corners and stuff. You don't have no hope. You don't have no goals. But now, like, what looks, what I talk to kids, young kids, I tell them about hope. Hope gives you desire, ambition, plans, goals. This is the things that you need. Because if you don't have no hope, you don't have nothing. And that's what helped me, get through what I went through. And I thank God every day, and it's still, and I believe it's all about helping each other. We're here to help each other. We're not here to get high. And the disease of addiction, it's not discriminatory. It affects everybody the same, black, white, Latino. And we need to have hope. Hang on to it. Keep going.
Right now, one of the keeps you motivated to better care of myself is the position I'm in to help others, with my freedom, with my life. And I love the job with the city, but right now I'm getting paid to rescue food, something I'm starting to do, just volunteering. But every time I got a position with a nonprofit. Even when I was in school, they were coming across free food after a conference or something, and saying, "Oh, look at these leftovers." Use something that I used to do. And now there's like an app, there's a nonprofit that started up that I'm able to help, launch and be successful because I'm there to help it. It's called Food Connect. It's like Uber for food. I'm like one of the main drivers. But that really is important. I love to help
Okay, where you money at? Huh? Let me see what you got. What you got? 00. Huh? 3. Oh, thank you.
Double zero at the top?
Zero. No.
This way you call it copy cool.
I got me cool. I got me cool. Say that one more time.
Copy cool.
Got me cool. Got me cool.
I think
Did I say that right?
might be the sheet. It might be the translation.
Chu Johnson.
Johnson. That's a copy cool.
Okay.
Very good.